I'm going to take you guys on a tour of all the features in this coop right now. Reptar is excited to show you the feeder. Obviously, any good chicken coop needs roosts, and this is the roost that we have in place so far, because we don't want to go any higher or we could start to get in the way of where the airflow is. So as you can see, the ventilation across the top of the coop is well above where the chickens will roost. Probably going to add more ventilation along the corners too. Ventilation is so important. We love to give them as much time outside as possible. However, we live in Wisconsin and we have really harsh winters, and that means that some days it's just going to be best that they don't go outside. They're not going to want to go outside anyway. We actually created a separate water box. By having a water box, the chickens don't have any opportunity to knock it over when they're walking by it. They have a lot less opportunity to kick stuff into the water, which just makes it dirty and obviously more unhealthy. And it's going to last a lot longer. I'm not going to have to refill it nearly as much. As with any good chicken coop, we included nest boxes. So these do protrude out from the wall, which saves more space on the floor. Pretty basic nest box design. We decided to go with 2 boxes, and we just use this galvanized roofing, the same roofing that we used on the top of the coop, to keep the aesthetic the same.
If you were listening and watching carefully to the video, you will know what colour the ramp is. There's a black ramp going up to the door so the chickens can get into the coop. What shape was the feeder? It was what we call a rectangular prism. What was on the floor of the coop? That's right, it was the bedding. The bedding is made out of straw or hay, or sometimes you could use wood shavings. Why do they need bedding in a chicken coop? Well, it can be very cold in the place where this chicken coop is built, so the bedding can keep them warm, but it's also to keep the chicken coop clean because chickens do their business on the floor. So if you have bedding on the floor, you can take it all out and it's much easier to clean. What does the coop protect the chickens from? Is it very hot or cold in this place? Well, in this place, it gets very cold and they get snow all over the ground in winter. Other animals might come to try to eat the chickens, so it keeps them safe from being eaten from. And what else is missing? A chicken coop needs its own fence, not just the same fence that you have around your house. Now it's time you do. You will draw a chicken coop and label the 5 parts of the shelter using the vocabulary page. When you have drawn your chicken coop and you have labeled at least 5 things, write the sentence underneath. The sentence says, a coop protects the chickens from, and you finish off that sentence. I will show you some pictures and you can use ideas from these pictures. When you're finished, there is a little section at the bottom of the page and you can circle whether you need lots of help, if you need a bit of help, or if you did it all by yourself. This chicken coop has lots of ideas in it. We can see the ramp, we can see the chicken coop floor, and if you wanted to draw your chicken coop like this, you could put the bedding on here. There are nesting boxes. Here is the hanging feeder, and there's water as well here. And we can see that there's a roosting bar. Remember, roosting is the special word for chickens sleeping. So grab your paper and your pencil and your vocabulary sheet and show me what you would include in your chicken coop.